this short video, we're going to generate a report in Excel for Berkshire Hathaway. So let me run the model. All this could be done for the com, incidentally. Forecast. We're going to load our forecast scenario. We'll do the predictive aggregate loss distributions for the reserve part. So we're simulating from all these log normals that were forecast using the model and their correlations. And we simulate from those to find the predictive aggregate loss distribution of aggregates of log normals, because there's no analytical closed form for the distributions of aggregate of log normals. What about if we change the risk capital graphs to 95%? Let's go to, let's suppose you want to place some reinsurance, like some kind of adverse development cover along the calendar years, where the two attachment points are the mean and the other attachment point is the mean plus the standard deviation. What does the statistics actually look like? Well, let's see. So if you were looking at cover of around 2 billion excess 23.8 billion, your coefficient of variation will reduce from 8% to 6%, because this now are the new statistics by calendar year for the insurer if it takes 100% of that. The reinsurer, look, he's got a huge coefficient of variation, 1.38. You can calculate the new insurer's quantiles via TVAR if he takes out this kind of reinsurance. The reinsurance quantiles via TVAR, simulated values. Look at the reinsurer's simulated values. How often does he actually pay his limit of around 2 billion? It's not that skewed there. Look, that 2 billion's there. That's his limit. Another 2 billion there. It's pretty unlucky. Well, the distribution for the aggregate is not as 2 billion there. No, successive, very unlucky there, 2 billion there. Okay, let's do a report. So you got a file, create report, and I already have a report template that I'm going to load. So I've got to go to it. Industry. Report version 3 for 15 lines of business. Next. Make sure I match it with a model. I've got to save it. Let's call it test 5. Save. Finish. Of course, in the report templates, you can also have some standard text, whatever you like. I mean, I've designed one particular report template, but you have a lot of flexibility in the way it's very easy to create a report and then save the template. And you can have any of the displays there. You can have them in particular order. You can have intermixed text. And you can use those report templates repeatedly. So what have we got on this tab in Excel? We've got the accident year summary. So it's the accident year summary reserves by for the aggregate and then for each line of business. Okay. And then you've got the same thing by calendar years, liability, which is quite pertinent for when you want to calculate cost of capital. Reserve correlations, well, you can see they're all very small. Title page, some model displays. Reinsurance, some reinsurance statistics. Risk capital, that should be set at okay. It's actually 95%, but it's not just displayed there for some reason. Maybe I need to do this. Do I need to do this? Does that make a difference? No, it doesn't. Okay. PILD distribution, PILD graph, PILD. Okay. So here we have the quantiles of value at risk, TIVA, and so on. So there is a lot of flexibility in designing a report template. If I close the spreadsheet, the report, I won't save any of the changes. If I go back to the triangle group, if I go to reports document, we should see test 5 there, and I've got the link to it, so I can always go to the reports. So in other words, you'll have a structured database with lines of business, territory, all these variables. If you want to find a particular report, there's no need to search for your subfolders. You just go to that specific composite triangle group or triangle group, go to the reports documents tab, and you'll find the link to it. It's a much easier way of navigating. Of course, you can always add other documents if you wanted to that particular link to other documents if you wanted to. Okay, thank you.